is mine. I shitted and farted. Love that for us.
The thing that I need to send to Sarah.
Yeah, probably don't need to send the thing that says I shitted and farted, which, by the way, is probably one of the first things that Stream heard from us.
Oh, good.
So my plan worked, is what you're saying. There it is. Oh, fuck, that took forever.
I'm just over here adjusting audio levels. Don't mind me.
I never do.
I have sent what I spent so long searching for.
This is such a cute little raccoon on a scooter.
The
Sarah's
fucking
first bike.
ears pinned back with determination.
Are there?
Just fucking.
Yeah, there's training wheels on it. Okay, good. Yeah, that makes sense.
He's doing his best, but right now his best's not very good because he just started. Excuse me.
All right, we're not going to face cam yet because I have other things that I need to handle real quick.
I don't. Please don't acknowledge me.
Too late.
Damn. Consider yourself acknowledged.
Get perceived, bitch.
Get perceived, bitch. I can almost hear Sarah's thoughts. Don't put that evil on me.
I can't accept or reject that for you.
I mean, yeah.
That's all you. That's you, baby.
That's all me, BB.
Hamler 2 is available. Is in chat.
Yeah, he is. He said, woo, woo, woo.
Yep. Nice.
Hi, Pamela 2 is available. I like you a lot. I think you're pretty great.
We could probably be friends.
Probably.
I'm at friend capacity. Can have no more, thank you.
Oh, that's really unfortunate because I'm definitely going to bring more to you, so.
You do have that habit, don't you, Courtney?
I absolutely do. My number one passion in life is finding people that I like and then bringing them into the same area and saying, now kith.
Now kith.
Yeah.
No. It's...
All right, let's see. If everything goes according to plan and I don't freeze, we should now have face cams. And I haven't frozen.
Hey, guess what? We have face cams.
So we do have
hey,
face
guess what?
cams.
Yeah.
Like amazing.
Stream got to watch me finish my chicken bowl from KFC.
Chicken
That should
bowl.
be Patreon content.
Damn.
Truly should be Patreon content, but you know, it is what it is at this point.
I mean, fuck it, I'll eat on video on the internet if people will pay for it.
D&D mukbang, baby, let's go.
Yeah, I have no shame. I'll do most things for money.
For the right amount of money, I'll do.
Yeah, but most people, nobody's asked me to yet, so.
Cal, how much Jello do you think you could consume?
Oh, how much do I need to?
The look of delight on his face.
Why, you know somebody with a lot of Jello that needs to get ate?
Well, I imagine that there's got to be like dice molds that I could use.
Oh
to
yeah,
actually
for
like
sure.
give you like forbidden dice to eat. For forbidden foods.
Your dice.
Eat your dice.
I know Brennan Lee Mulligan has eaten sugar dice before.
Yeah.
What you could do, follow
And
me
gummy
here,
dice.
is you get a mold for D6s that can somehow still be legible after being Jello shotted.
Yeah.
Right? And so you've got D6 Jello shots and you've got like a plastic space in front of you so it's clean. And you run a campaign where you're just rolling for shit all the time. And every time you roll a 6, you have to take the Jello dice and everybody just got a bowl of Jello dice that they're using throughout the goddamn garbage throwaway campaign, and we all just get shithoused over the course of like
17
2 hours. Yeah.
My hands hate it, like physically as a physical thing. Conceptually,
Love it.
that's some Patreon fucking content.
Perfection.
I feel like I'm being yanked back into college with that.
I truly.
Let's go, 2 hours.
Somebody, I don't remember what, I think it was 4th of July. Somebody invited me to a cookout. They're like, we have Jello shots. And I was like, what are we, fucking 22? Like, don't get me wrong, like, Brad, and I would absolutely take them. Yeah, I'm going to take them. But,
the
like,
last 2 Christmases, my aunts come out with, like, a whole tray of them, just like, all right, let's go.
All right.
Precious.
Niece.
Yeah, it was Denise. How did you know?
Of course it was Niecy.
How did you know it was Niecy? Goddamn.
I remember
Tell you
one
too
time I
much
showed
about my
up late.
family.
to a
Easy sounds
party.
like a real one.
She's
Niecy is a
great.
real one.
I showed up late to a party one time, and they had vodka-soaked gummy worms that they were handing out to people. I was like,
Hell yeah.
fuck yeah, hook it up. And when I went into the party, I looked at one of my friends who was there, and I was like, hey, hook up that fucking scoopity scoop of gummy worms. And she was like, I got you. And so she went into the fridge where they were being kept and scooped. I did not know that she scooped all the way to the bottom and gave them to me. I did not eat them one at a time. I took all of them to the head and then immediately had 3 shots of vodka and soft gummy worms in my mouth.
Real good start.
That was
Speaking of, Suze brought vodka-soaked gummy worms to a work party once.
oh hell yeah, I knew I liked Suze.
Suze is about that life.
Hell yes.
It was at her house, so totally
Yeah.
a thing. No, it wasn't Suze who brought him. It was Debbie who brought him. But Suze was already throwing a booze party.
Well, when Corona started and we all got sent home to work from home, Suze baked me a plate of cookies and also gave me a Corona lime.
That's absolutely
Nice.
Suze. We fucking love Suze. We stand Suze.
I think we may have just accidentally run an ad.
Oh,
Oops.
accidentally? We're adding?
I mean, I don't know.
Avertissement.
Avertissement. Oh, speaking of, have you gotten together any of your advertisement bits, Dallas?
Not at all. Surprising no one.
That's why I brought it up. Because
That's the first advertising bit, is that I have no advertising bits at this moment. It's meta and intentional, and if you question my work ethic again, I'll fucking cut you down, all right? Don't at me. I've been watching a lot of Suits lately, and I just want to be a cutthroat lawyer.
That's your reasoning.
Like, that's all I want to do. Is just
Dude,
get into
honestly,
arguments
when I was
with
watching,
watching
through
a lot of
Suits, I had the
Suits.
same feeling.
Oh.
I
Yeah.
just wanted to like get into a battle with somebody. I wanted to have a nemesis. I just,
You has anyone had a nemesis before?
I mean,
Has
I have
anyone on this
someone I
call had a
kind of
nemesis?
consider a nemesis, but
Tony Tran in high school.
that makes sense.
Me and
I
that
don't think
dude went at each other's fucking throats in high school. Love
The
him to
whole
death.
time.
Consider him a brother. Like, but no, it was like freshman year we were cool. Sophomore year was a little weird. Junior year was a goddamn nightmare. And then senior year, like 5/6 of the year was also a goddamn nightmare. And then at the end there, we were like, why?
And then you shrugged and said, "Cool."
Yeah, and then we got really drunk in our like 19s, 20s, 21s, whatever you call
Well,
those.
there you go.
The 20s transitioning period.
Yeah.
Shift.
Yeah.
You didn't
The
just slam a
shift.
girl's face into a locker and then walk away.
No.
No, I folded a kid like a lawn chair once.
I didn't.
But in my defense, he
It makes
was
a lot of
fucking
sense that we're playing D&D.
asking for it. So
I just got
Same.
put in the trash can.
So
I mean,
Yeah.
but she fits though.
Yeah.
Because it fits doesn't mean it should sits.
Also,
Yeah.
we
Tell
also
that to my
put-
cats.
you also got into
I'm
a
not a
tuba
cat.
case. You also did get into a tuba case.
Yeah, a tuba case.
That's one of my favorite things about you.
Yep.
I ate a banana Laffy Taffy that was open on a football field.
Oh
I
yeah.
got-
Ah!
You've
Why
told me
is
this
it so
before,
specific?
I forgot about
and
that.
every single time
Thank you for
I am
readjusting
just
my
as
respect level
disgusted.
for you accordingly.
I got
Also,
I got in trouble in high school for getting drunk and then crawling on top of the trombone shelves and falling asleep up there. So no one could
Well,
find me.
it's in your defense. Where else are you gonna nap?
It's the
Just
best
stand up,
place for a
like-
nap.
It's the best place for a nap.
They were good. There was like carpeting down on them bitches too.
Yeah. They do that.
They do that.
I licked the floor of my high school's pottery room. to
Hell,
get a
why do you-
Pop-Tart.
Calvin,
Stop.
you need to stop.
Like,
Calcifer,
why
I
do-
cannot listen to the dumb
Sir.
shit you did in high school.
Why
I
do
truly
you like-
cannot.
Why do
I'm
you like
gonna
germs?
reconsider so much.
why do you like germs so much?
Why do you love them so much, Cal? Why,
Why
do you
do
love
you-
I
germs?
don't
Flirt
anymore.
with
This was high
disaster and disease. God damn it. You're literally tonguing it.
He's just hoeing himself out for the germs.
To the universe.
Well, the pottery room was for. There was food involved in that one. Though.
Yeah, a fucking
Was there-
Pop Tart.
Yeah, and I was disappointed because it was brown sugar.
You didn't
Oh,
even know the
that's
type
you.
of Pop Tart you
That's a
were
good
doing
one.
it for?
No,
Brown sugar Pop Tarts are rad. Eat a dick.
Right?
You
That's what
I'd
I
rather
said.
eat s'mores.
You just heard Pop Tart and we're like, yeah, I'll lick that floor.
Oh,
Essentially.
Wait. Never mind.
I respect it.
I don't.
Ew. Were you like licking crumbs off the floor that were Pop Tarts, or were you told lick this and you get the Pop Tart?
Oh no, it was very much. I'll give you these Pop Tarts if you lick the floor.
Okay, so that's better.
So we know your price.
Cheap.
Good to know.
Cheap.
Less than you'd hope.
Just a cheap hoe.
Literally licked the floor for
For
a
a
Pop
Pop-Tart.
Tart.
Yes.
For a flavor you don't even like.
You didn't know
So
what.
I was
what
gonna
you were
say, so
even
that
getting
means that
into.
you didn't even have the forethought to be like, what flavor of Pop Tart?
That's what I was
No.
saying. He
It
didn't
was
even.
like Pop Tart.
he
You
didn't
deserve
even
this,
bargain.
then.
He didn't haggle.
I no
at-
longer have sympathy.
I'm
Why would you
still
have
just as
sympathy in the
grossed
first
out.
Because we love you and want to give you the
floor.
benefit of the doubt.
I just want you to be a better person than I already think you are.
Well,
Well, that's
Thing.
it. That's
No
the whole
follow-up.
the whole argument.
That's the argument. Well,
That's the tweet.
Well,
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 well. So sometimes on this planet on this channel we play D&D.
yeah.
On this planet we
hey,
shade D&D.
guys.
Sometimes on this planet we shade D&D.
Da-da-da-da-da.
we ended on a funeral.
We did. We ended on a really dark note last time.
yeah.
Nice.
Nice. Only because like I couldn't really get you much further in at that point. So.
Yeah.
Not a funeral, many funerals.
That's true.
A mass
A
funeral.
mass funeral. Yeah.
God
mass
damn it.
funeral.
A
So,
1,000.
what do we recall besides the mass funeral?
I mean,
Trauma.
mostly just the mass funeral.
Thank you for asking. Trauma.
Sweet
Yeah.
rope belts.
We're in the mist,
Mhm.
tied
Yeah.
together. There was a little bit of madness at first.
Like a team.
Like a team.
You guys did really well, like, with all, you did all of the things right that you could have done right in order to make it through that. Which was just really fun
God
to
for
watch for
that.
me. And I wanted to say it out loud because you don't always get to see that as a player. Because you don't know
Yeah.
what all the shit that you avoided was.
Nice.
Can we though?
No.
No.
Like,
Who knows if you've avoided it forever?
Yeah, we do have to go back through the mist.
allegedly.
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 unless
it's
somebody
that.
uses the door
Or-
that hurts.
The door that hurts.
So, just real quick call back to one of the first episode of this, in which one of my NPCs cast Dimension Door as a shortcut to go to Amali's temple, which has arcane wards on it so that people can't just fucking teleport inside of their temple whenever they want. So when she did that, they took a lot of damage. And that was the first time that Raksha had ever seen that spell be cast. So now he believes every time that spell is cast, there will be pain.
Oh, excuse me.
The
And
painful door.
the door that hurts.
By Nora Roberts.
The one who knocks.
Sorry.
I'm trying to see. I don't think I personally have access to Dimension Door.
Well, Dimension Door is only 500 feet, so it won't take you super far.
If you cast it in the right spot, it might take you to the other side of the mist, though.
Oh.
Technically. Or
Right in the middle of the mist.
or something else might happen. Who knows?
Just or in general.
I do have Dimension Door. Neat.
I don't.
I was like, I'm pretty sure one of you
That means
does.
I'm superior.
Because we used it in the last arc. It was used for a thing that we were planning.
Oh, I gotta check my teeth.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay.
I think he means the teeth of Dalvernar.
I think he means Hobrock's teeth.
Yeah.
I thought you were just gonna stand up and go check teeth.
Oh, I thought you said tea.
Gonna double check. So did I.
Okay.
And I thought he was
Like,
gonna
all
like.
right, you're gonna go get
off-screen
your
another
He was like, yeah,
stupid
go get
fucking
something to
product
hydrate
from the
you.
60s.
Oh yeah, does everyone have a hydration?
T-Pod.
Yeah.
somewhere.
Some.
Got
I'll
it.
have to fill it up a little later.
Cheers for the hydration.
Mine has flowers
it's
in
this one. It's this one. It's this one.
You just sniff it first. I appreciate that.
It's a clear liquid. It could have been anything.
Oh, that's liquor. Oh, that's liquor. Oh, that's liquor.
There's the vodka glass.
So you guys crossed through the mists into the Mournlands. One of the first things that you happened upon in your travels toward where you believe the professor may be, was a field of potentially disintegrated, somehow disappeared creatures of some sort, and their belongings were all left behind. And you guys took a little time to fold the belongings and give them a little bit of their own little funeral and honor those who had passed. And I cried. Don't worry about it.
like real gross.
That's why we
Have
have
you
to
ever
stop
done that
What am I
streaming.
gonna do?
You just stopped stream because I was about to start weeping because you guys are so beautiful and lovely.
You presented me with death and want not a ritual?
I didn't say I didn't want a ritual. I just didn't have expectations. I just was telling you guys what was there. And you guys blew me away and it was beautiful.
You expect too little of us. No, you expect the exact amount. Please don't. That's too much pressure.
Exactly. I was like, if I expected things, then we would both be disappointed.
I like to keep that bar low
That's-
and just step
Aw.
right over it.
I'm so proud. You've learned so much as a game master in so little time. Keep the expectations low.
If I
That
have
way-
expectations, we will both be disappointed because
We
you
will
will
both be
not do what I
disappointed.
think you're going to do, and you're not going to have as much fun as if
Correct.
I'll be disappointed. And sad that the thing that I wanted to happen isn't happening. So you guys are now, you traveled via lightning rail all the way across continent. We kind of breezed through the travel stuff because it's fairly easy.
I remember Raksha taking lots of naps.
Lots and lots of naps. And Lou casually making friends in the bar car.
That's correct.
Gotta start drinking sometime.
You also made like 25 gold on that. I don't know. I don't know if you're keeping track of that at all, but
Oh yeah, totally.
you don't really need to.
Because we buy so much stuff in that I have to keep fucking strict track of my financials.
It's like if you want some, probably you could have it. You guys are level 15 right now.
I want a castle.
What a fucking.
We just take it.
I mean, you
I
could
got-
have
I
at
got
some
700
point.
gold.
You could have at some point decided that Lou had a castle somewhere that he convinced someone to give him, and I would have been like, yeah, probably.
Yeah, you got rolls for that.
You got the rolls for that.
I think it's now canon that Lou has a castle.
Yeah, somewhere.
What, this whole thing?
Is it just like an itty bitty tiny cake topper thing?
No. Lou is technically the prince of some fiefdom somewhere. Just to fucking sworn to marry like 17 princesses at this point.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Gotta go on to the next one.
Yeah.
Daughter,
Betrothed to too many people to count.
Correct.
Betrothed to many, wed to none.
Exactly.
Put it on a t-shirt.
Always the
Hold
fiance,
on.
never a husband.
Oh
I
no.
don't like the ring of that one.
No.
Oh no.
What?
No?
Please remember, please remember. I had to reset my computer and I forgot about my sticky note that had so many good things on it. I'm really worried that I lost it.
Oh no.
I'm
a
signing
big
in right
one.
now, and so hopefully it's synced before and I have it again. Anyway,
The machines can suck my dick today.
the machines can
can suck my
absolutely
dick
suck
today.
my dick
They can suck my
today.
dick
They've
today.
been so fucking. Ah.
Ah.
I almost felt like I had to yell in solidarity.
I
Do it.
appreciate that.
The machines have been actually pretty kind to me.
Not
also,
today.
bureaucracy has just been a fucking peach to me lately, which is weird.
What was the phrase that's never married? Always engaged, never married.
Yes,
Always betrothed, never married.
correct.
Oh, it's the fiance.
Betrothed to too many,
Married to none.
Betrothed to many, married to none.
You can't expect me to remember the things that I say,
That's
or
why
that
we're
other people
recording
say.
it.
You can't expect me to
Yeah,
remember.
that's why
things.
we're recording it, yeah. I don't actually want that, but you are.
I'm gonna tell you what I will remember till it's Space Newsies is gonna stay with me till the day I'm fucking dead. Just in here forever.
You did that to yourself.
I know, I'm gonna be like 95, I'm gonna be dying, I'm gonna be surrounded by the people I
Space
love. I'm gonna be
Newsies.
holding the hand of my partner, and I'm just gonna like, as I'm fading out, just from my lips softly falls Space Newsies. As I slip into oblivion.
My nipples are so hard right now. Dad.
Good.
I mean,
That is 100%
fascinating
what
is,
I'm aiming
like-
for.
Is there a reason?
Chills.
Chill.
you don't even know like how these bitches are gonna come up, but they're coming back.
It's happening. It's gonna.
They're gonna have the little knickerbockers.
I really just want to take
little
on the Space
loafers.
Newsy Mafia. Can we work that in, please? Thanks.
Of course.
Sarah grabs a pen.
Anyway,
I think I'm gonna forget that.
Click. So you guys are, it's about, when you went into the morning, it was about midday.
Okay.
So you, after the funeral, it's probably like, mid-afternoon. And you guys are inside the mists.
Nice.
What you want to do? What do you want to
Living the
do?
dream.
Raksha's gonna kind of look around and be like, "Alright, so,
Yeah.
what direction?" He said something about red water, right?
In the Crystal City.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
we'll want
I
to start
did
heading
write
in that
down.
direction.
Perfect.
Rock's
Who
just gonna
wants
look to
to do
Hobrock
some
and-
navigation?
Rock's just gonna look to Hobrock and say, I know this is painful, but this is where you came from. Can you get us there?
Yeah, I'll do the navigation rules or whatever.
So, Hobrock will roll with advantage. But I also need you to know that there's automatically a -2 to the roll because the mists have absolutely reshaped this land, so it's gonna try to throw you off.
Sounds good. What am I rolling for?
You can do survival, nature, or investigation.
Oh, bless you. Bless you and your soul. I'll be doing investigation +10. Ugh. Okay, so that one was awful. Let's try again. And that one was good. I rolled a 2 on the first one, so that was a 10. But the second one was an 18, and that's a 26.
There you go.
Fuck you, Mist. I know my way.
I know my
You
way.
ain't shit, weird water.
You ain't
weird
shit.
faces in the water.
Air water.
Pick a team.
Pick a team.
Who's a form?
So you guys are walking along through this, apocalyptic wasteland. Most of the area that you guys are going through right now appears to be desert. Hobrock, you would know that before this it was plains, but it is now completely desolate desert sort of environment, except it's not hot. It's like a weird stagnant warm.
I hate that.
Hobrock's like the worst tour guide right now. Like he's walking and he looks and he's like obviously scared and shit and he's just like, this wasn't desert. Keeps going. You guys are like, what does that mean?
What does that mean? This wasn't desert.
There used to be grass here.
Used to be grass.
Legs. Walks away.
I would love for a volunteer to roll me a d6.
Got it. That's 6.
A 6. Love that for us.
Don't know if it's good or bad. But it's definitely one end of the spectrum.
It's definitely one end of the spectrum. I would love for everybody to make a perception check.
Okay. I will.
That goes under the list of things my DM says that freaks me out. Yeah, can everybody make a perception check? Why? What 29. Do I need to perceive?
Oh, nothing.
Oh, nothing.
Roxy perceives everything.
Nat 20?
No, but a 29.
So a 19.
Yeah. It was either a 29 or a 27.
Call me and roll a 30, chump. I got a 7, by the way.
Oh yeah. I got a
Lou
12.
doesn't see shit.
I
I
got
got
12.
I would love
Got a
to.
15.
Okay. I would love for you narratively to let me know where your guys' characters are at and how that is reflected in your roles. Because everybody just had a very poetic role then.
I rather quickly into Hobrock leading us. I probably would have gone into like a raven wild shape and just been hovering like maybe 30-40 feet above people.
Love that.
But I just have so much fun being a bird.
Sometimes you just want to be bird.
I just want to be
Spark.
bird.
That was last night. I just spent most of the session enjoying being a cat.
Eggs must be delicious, if huge.
If huge, delicious.
I feel like Raksha would be kind of right up next to Hobrock.
I would have made sure to be right next to Hobrock because I know he's having a problem with going back. The
Hobrock
trauma.
stomping on the sand kind of hard because he's like, why the fuck is this here? So it's here last time. This face mist is fucking with me, and I know it is. I'll punish this sand until I get off it. Anyway, so Hobrock's dealing with his trauma healthy.
If you don't know who the Anakin in your group is, it might be you.
Could be you.
The sand.
Fuck this sand.
Look, it can't
Horse.
it can't be Hobrock. My kids are taking that class.
Sir, the younglings.
So the underlings. Oh god.
So yeah, I'm just I know that the mist is fucking with me. I'm just really in my own head about it.
I love that. I feel like Rock just like switched into war mode.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he reaches down and taps his mace for mage armor.
Lou's just fucking with the rope. Not for funsies. He's just trying to improve the like harness system and the everybody stay together system, and so that's why that perception is a 7.
Very distracted,
He's
retying
perceiving
knots.
the shit out of that rope, but
You
I
good
like
with
to
knots?
think
yes.
I like to think Raksha's just like so used to like he used to be so used to defending himself and murdering in the desert. As soon as we get like on the sand, he's just like,
He's like, oh, about it.
Yep, we're in the desert. It's dangerous. Let's go.
Yeah.
He hasn't
Game
been
time,
to the
motherfucker.
desert. Like he hasn't been in a desert since like his family was off, you know. But I feel like as soon as they hit sand, he would like have his mace out ready, like just kind of hanging by his side. He would be thinking through what spells. His eyes of the eagle are now just like, it's like they did that zoom in thing that
Yeah.
goggles do.
Enhance.
Yeah.
Hobrock will also, if I can, put my hand on Raksha and give him guidance.
Yeah, for sure.
And my guidance is gonna be putting my hand on him and being like, I can't see shit.
So as you guys are walking off in the distance, you guys are picking up like some sort of like gentle glinting at the horizon. And most of you are like, what the fuck? That must be probably like an optical illusion. You know, deserts like fuck with you like that, where it's like, is that water? Definitely not water. Just an optical illusion. So most of you just kind of like write it off. You're focused on other things right now. But Raksha's like lights. And he kind of zooms in. And you can see on the horizon, this is a pretty flat area. It seems to go on for quite a while, but on that horizon you can see that it starts to lift up. And the reason it's so hard for everybody else to see what was there is because it's practically clear. And unless a light hits it, you wouldn't realize it's there, as it looks like it's rising up into like some sort of like clear sort of platform situation.
Weird.
Yeah. And as you guys get closer up to it, as you approach it over the next couple hours, because it takes a while to get there, as you guys are getting closer, you're starting to see it kind of spreading off to the sides. There are areas where it looks like there's like jagged bits of glass that are kind of poking up and out of the sand. some areas where it looks like the sand itself is not quite, like, it's not the color that sand usually is. It looks weirdly like gray, silvery, like it's just shattered glass. And then as you continue to move forward, you kind of approach what looks like close to like a mountainside of just glass. Up before it's a whole glass mountainside, and you it's weird because you can see into it, but there's nothing in it. But there has to be something in it, but you can't see it except it's clear.
Yeah, there's just that many layers of glass.
It's just that thick. And so many, like, there are layers where it's shattered, there are areas where it's smooth, and you can, the area that you guys are at, you can find a spot where you can kind of, it's easy enough to walk onto. You guys don't have like super slippery boots, so you can largely walk on it. But you guys are now upon a plateau made entirely of glass.
I didn't know that was one of my nightmares, but it now.
I was gonna say I didn't know that was haunting, but thanks, Tom.
I
So
didn't
that's
know,
in there
I
forever.
didn't know previously that this situation scared me, but it does.
But it turns out
I am incredibly aware of it now.
that's terrifying.
I'm afraid.
Some of y'all didn't have hellscape nightmares growing up, and it shows.
And it shows.
Oh yeah, I've had nightmares in every hellscape imaginable.
Yeah, I haven't had one on glass. Like, I've had glass in the house.
I had regular child nightmares, like being eaten by T-Rexes, and
That
being
one.
murdered by Freddy Krueger, and getting lost in my grandma's house that wasn't really my grandma's house, but was an Aldi's.
Yep.
In all.
To be fair, I confuse Aldi's with my grandma's house all the time. So
They
that's
smell the same.
I don't
That's
have any
concerning.
grandmas anymore.
The
Same.
big bad in my dreams was usually the Statue of Liberty.
Watched Ghostbusters 2 a
Why
little
do you?
bit too much there, brother.
Okay, I was like,
That makes sense.
why
That
do you
makes
hate?
sense.
Do you hate freedom?
But it's such
I was like-
triumphant music. How are you afraid?
He was
of
just
the
more
Statue
aware of
Liberty?
America's sins earlier than the rest of us, and I
No.
That's fair.
I was like, I feel
No.
like that's like almost portent.
Child
Like-
Cal was like, something ain't adding up about these
Something ain't right.
stories.
He just knows. He knew.
He's the only one at Planet of the Apes when the dude was screaming no at the Statue of Liberty. Cal was like, yeah!
Finally,
Yeah!
someone gets it.
Clapping in the theater.
It's like
Just
it's like the Shia LaBeouf face when he went.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Just real quick side tangent. Just real quick. There was
Just real quick.
So it's not a fan fiction because it wasn't based off of an existing work. It was just somebody's like
That's called
serial
OC,
short
Dallas.
story. And it was about a guy that gets transported to a world based off of his own D&D campaign. And like at some point in the D&D campaign, it talks about a mimetic hazard because he's like, he refuses to believe it at first. He's like, this can't be my campaign. And then something comes up that he's like, oh shit, it really is my campaign. And then immediately his brain kicks on and he remembers that in his campaign, he has a mimetic hazard and it's Shia LaBeouf. And so he's like, oh my God, Shia LaBeouf. And like somebody in the room fucking explodes. And he's like, oh God, I can't think about it. It's amazing. It's incredible. I'll see if I can remember. I won't.
You've got.
it
You,
would
at some
take
point,
me-
it's gonna
You
come
just
back
can't
to you.
think.
It has to
You
come
can't
back to you.
It would
cannot.
take me years to do the Googling to find this shit, but I'm gonna try.
Get
You
started,
gotta.
please.
You
Yeah,
gotta.
start now.
I'm gonna log off. You guys run without me. I got things to
All
do.
right.
I've got things. It's important.
You're checking
Okay,
ropes
suddenly-
right now. You're good for the rest of the stream.
Suddenly
Yeah.
Lou passes out
Just
and
keep me on the
Hobrock's
rope.
carrying him. It's fine.
It's
Done
fine.
and done.
We gotcha, bud. Just carry him like a baby.
Got you.
Oh my goodness.
There's no other way I'd carry Lou.
So Mountain of Glass, huh?
So you guys
Plateau.
are in a
Yeah.
mountain of
Plateau.
glass.
Plateau.
Yeah.
A
Plateau.
A plateau of glass.
Okay.
EAU, baby.
Yay.
AEU?
EAU.
Oh,
EAU.
EAU.
Plateau.
Plateau.
Plateau. Somebody else roll me a d6.
I'm gonna roll just to see what it would have been.
I'm filling up a water bottle.
Oh,
It's important.
Do we want to use this roll?
I'll roll.
Okay.
I did say someone else. So.
I got a 2.
a 2.
A 2?
I love this
Achoo.
for us. A
You get 2 more.
2.
A 2.
A 2.
Oh, bless you.
Oh, bless you.
Oh, my bad.
I wonder if anybody ever read the word Gesundheit without hearing Gesundheit said out loud. I wonder how they read that word.
The first time I read it, I think I read it as Gesundheit.
Gesundheit?
What did you call me?
Okay, yeah. As you guys are moving forward, as you're walking, I think, Lou, you're probably the first one to notice it because you've been fumbling with the ropes so much. The ropes start to feel lighter. And then you guys start to feel lighter?
Oh, fuck, they turned the gravity off.
Don't like that.
God damn it, the gravity switch.
God damn it, the gravity switch.
Fuck, someone hit the gravity button.
I would like to use my action to hit the gravity button.
How does
No?
this affect birds?
Just kidding. Sorry.
So you, because you would have spent so much time as a bird, you kind of know like how the gravity keeps you toward the planet. Like you know how you're not flying. You still have to fight against something to move up. You are soaring without effort on no wind.
And we're just lifting up.
You are just, you're not lifting up and completely, but like your steps are lighter and you seem to be like, sometimes you got like a brief bit of floating before the foot lands on the ground in front of you. It's almost like your moon. You're walking on the moon. Like you've just got less gravity around you right now.
Brock's just gonna look at Hobrock. Does it always do this?
Hobrock says it's never done this.
Huh. Okay.
Does it always do this?
How
No.
big is this plateau? Like, is that just the foreseeable
Right now,
horizon? Okay.
Yeah. A bit further up, because you guys have gotten to the top of it where it started to plateau, you can see probably a mile or two ahead. There's a little bit more raised, and it looks like there's some more jagged areas around you. There are definitely places where you guys kind of have to avoid, and you're going up little bits of glass that's been gathered and avoiding sharp, pointy things as you're going.
I'm gonna cast enhance ability on myself and give myself cat's grace because I am not as dexy as balancing on a glass mountain should be.
Perfect. Dallas, did you just mute for a sneeze?
For a cough.
Okay. I was just double checking that it wasn't a
I-
sneeze because I was like, did you deprive us of the opportunity to bless you? So rude.
No, I would never. Have you heard my sister sneeze by chance?
Which one?
Christy. Mindy's got a regular person sneeze. She's
I was like,
boring.
I know I've heard Mindy sneeze and that seemed fine. I don't think
Christy
I've heard
sneezes like a cartoon character. She hits
Okay,
with that.
explain.
Achoo! and she swears to God it's not her like making that noise. Like that's just the way that she fucking did it as a kid. And she can't not do it.
That's you.
It's
yeah.
but like really high, like a pixie. Like
That's
imagine
what
a
you
pixie sneezing. Yeah, like that, but not.
Yeah.
Done like for funsies. Like that's
Like,
what
that's
no.
just what it is.
that's what she's cursed her existence to be, because I think as a kid she tried to do it to be cute and then it just locked in place.
That is how it happens usually.
I forgot to pull this up before, but Hobrock, I would love if you would roll me a D100, please.
Oh, you know what? I will. I'll do that.
Concerningly large dice.
It's gonna be 40.
40?
Yeah.
Love that. Beautiful.
It's okay.
Do, 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 do.
Can I roll either like insight or arcana to try and see if whatever's causing the moon gravity to see if I think it's bad.
Sure.
Like
Check.
if it's malicious.
A vibe check.
It's like a vibe check
A
gravity.
vibe check.
I
the
would love to
bounce.
vibe check
check.
gravity.
Vibe gravity
as-
will always give off.
As Raksha
Pull a
is,
Sir Isaac Newton.
as Raksha is vibe checking gravity, Hobrock, you are suddenly hearing Raksha's thoughts in your own head.
Is
That's weird.
Is Raksha hearing mine as well?
Nope.
Just mine.
Just his thoughts are starting to appear in your head for a little bit. As he's just like, what the fuck is up with how we move?
Hobrock is not going to tell him because in Hobrock's reasoning is if I tell you I'm in your head right now, you'll start thinking about things you don't want me to know.
Oh.
And you'll start trying to you'll panic and shit. So I just want you to have a normal thought process so I don't
That's so
intrude
considerate.
So
Friend.
I will tell him later that I was inside his head, but right now I am not going.
And right now, because you're not specifically trying to press into it, you just are hearing passively his surface thoughts, which are mostly just about how fucking weird it is here.
Mm-hmm.
And Raksha, what did you roll?
18.
18? You're not getting any sort of nefarious or malicious intent. It mostly just seems like maybe it's just a little wonky over here. It's not you are familiar with natural magics, having been a ranger and having now become a druid. This does not seem like something that naturally occurs.
Okay.
It's definitely fucking weird, and there's no reasonable, logical, natural explanation for it. But it doesn't feel like somebody or something did it on purpose to trap you or anything. It's just weird.
I relay that to the group. Doesn't seem bad. It's fucking
Hobrock
weird.
nods like he didn't already know what you were about to say. You relay that to the
Of
group.
course.
Hobrock's like, yeah, some would say wonky, right?
And
pat you on the back.
that your detect thoughts, your ability to read Raksha's thoughts does dissipate after about a minute.
Okay, I wait another minute to make sure it's gone. And then I'll be like, all right, guys, listen. For a second there, I was inside of Raksha's head. I was catching up some of his thoughts. I didn't tell you because I didn't want to catch up on your panic thought process. That did not sound fun. So
Would have been a lot of bees.
it would have been a lot of
Bees.
Is it just the sound of buzzing overlaid by "I love my wife, I love my wife, I love my wife"? That's what I picture.
Yeah, and Beatrice is also, doing laps.
I like to think Hobrox is the same thing, except it's gear noises and stupid doing laps.
Running.
That's adorable.
But yeah, I'll relay that to everybody so that they know that there are other effects that could be hitting us as we go into this bitch.
This bitch.
Hobrox sounds a lot more educated than Noah, so keep that in.
Keep that in mind.
Sorry, that was way more parody than I wanted it to be.
Crow.
Yeah.
One other question for you, Courtney, about my.
Oh, that came out really cool.
Thank you.
Pretty proud of that.
None of us can hear that.
I was gonna say
Clip your mic.
That's
Yeah, your
totally
mic
fine.
is-
It's pretty cool. I'll make a recording later. Pretty proud of that. It's
Perfect.
good. It's a good sound. Anyway.
So you said with my vibe check, it's obviously not natural magic.
Mm-hmm.
But you
would
also
would I have any idea if dispelling it would get rid of the weirdness?
You could try.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna dispel magic at 5th level.
KKK. Where did I put my thing? I scrolled away and I didn't mean to.
No, we'll cast it at 5th level.
Perfect. So I would need your ability check to see how good the dispel is, and then also a D100 roll for me, please.
So, and it's spellcasting ability. So
Should
that
be your
is
wisdom
a
now.
17.
17.
Yes.
And this was for the
then-
gravity effect?
Yes.
Okay.
And you said it's D100?
Yep, I need a D100 roll.
57.
57. What cantrips do you know?
Several?
Yeah.
Hang on. Druidcraft,
Light.
Guidance, Light, Mending, Produce Flame, Spare the Dying, Thaumaturgy, and Thorn Whip.
Okay. Cool.
Don't like it.
I don't like that at all.
Great. The gravity effect, it doesn't dispel it completely. You still feel like you're a little bit lighter than you usually would be, but it does seem like you've increased the effect of gravity a little bit. So it's less moonwalking and just weirdly bouncy walking.
I can accept weirdly bouncy walking.
It's a little less terrifying than floating randomly a little bit.
Are we still going the right way?
Hello, Ash boy. Anybody who would like to make a nature, survival, or investigation check to see if we are headed toward, to see if you can continue navigating toward where you're pretty sure you need to go.
do I still have
26.
advantage on them?
You do still have advantage.
That's gonna be a 29.
29.
Yeah.
Lem. Love that for you. So as you are continuing on, it's kind of hard to see exactly where you are. But you guys do manage to get to a point where you've like gotten high enough that you can kind of see out to the sides about how far things are, and you can kind of look back at where you came from and see what's down. And you can tell that you are headed in the correct direction to head toward where you're pretty sure the professor is at. And you also know that it's likely, if the professor is where you think he is, that he will probably be either underneath this glass mountain or somewhere on the other side of it.
Okay.
Rumors say about the morning that the city of Making, the city where the Caniths had their main Warforged factory, is somewhere buried underneath the glass plateau, which is one of the few like landmarks that within the morning that everyone like knows exists. That's one of the few things that everyone is able to see, is that those plains that used to be out there turned into a glass plateau. Yeah. So as we're moving forward, I would love for everyone to roll a perception check.
Those I'm good at.
Ooh, I got 11.
This does not bode well.
20.
20?
No. 25.
25. 14.
23.
Nice.
That was 32 to us, but thanks.
Sure, Dallas, thanks.
It's all fun and games till I whip out the fireball jutsu, you son of a bitch.
Till I whip out the fireball jutsu.
At one point,
We both know you're gonna talk no jutsu anything. Anyway.
It's not a crime to be good at things.
It's not a crime to be good at things. That's what I needed to pull up. Is a stat bomb. So who rolled above a 20?
Gotcha.